Silence in the Brandy. Kind of like that title might suggest, it's a song that says, for some people, things get difficult, and sometimes it just ends up leading you to take a drink, whether you want to or not. The song specifically is a PTSD song. It's a song that I was in a room writing with Megan Mullins, and we were getting ready to throw our brains together and see what we could come up with, and we really didn't have any ideas for where we were going to go, but through the process of chatting as we were getting to know each other and trying to decide what we would want to write about, we both discovered that each one of us had people in our lives that had struggled with PTSD and still struggle with PTSD and the after effects of even being with someone who struggled with, it's complex and not easy or fun to talk about, so it generally gets left alone. We wanted to challenge ourselves to see if we could somehow, sing about a topic that was as touchy as something like that. In the midway, I remember midway through writing that song, I kept feeling like the what we're writing about, it's a tough situation to write about. So I ended up trying to steer it toward writing about the people, trying to make it about the man, right? So that there could be a connection, because we all have that person in our lives, my father, my uncles, my grandfather, there were a lot of war stories, and there were a lot of not being able to talk about any of those stories. Between us, we didn't make it about any one specific person, but we put the people that we knew together, and we tried to make it personal about the man's situation,
and it worked.
It's one of the songs. I had a profound feeling of pride, I'll admit it, when I was done with that song, because that was a difficult song to write. It was a difficult song to navigate to the end, and that we were able to keep it in a way to still keep it human and allow people to listen to it and not feel weirded out by the subject matter. Right? It felt like a home run for me on that one. So I appreciate you bringing that one up. That is a song that has gotten a particularly lot of military response. Like, it's one of those, as you can imagine, because those aren't things people talk about. No. And I know for my dad, I'll use my dad as an example. He knew there was power in the blood, but there was silence in the brandy. And that's a lot of people have to deal with that.
Grandpa signed the line in 43.